birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Segun.
Happy birthday,
huge milestone. A couple of things to say about Segun. Who is he to you?
My friend and a sweetheart.
Segun is a friend and a brother.
Segun is my go-to brainstorming partner. When we want to analyze stuff, be it business, family, even the Bible, Segun and I could brainstorm, and after the brainstorming session, we have like a list of insights.
Mr. Shags, happy birthday. Segun is a friend and a brother from another mother. Yeah, I've known him a couple of years and he's a great guy.
I've known Segun since 2008 when we started a program in Nigeria for young people. Segun was in charge as the project manager, coordinating, everything. Segun did this all voluntarily. He didn't ask for a penny.
You have always been a self-driven maverick. You're a maverick. You're someone I admire your sense of project management, your project approach. You've always done big projects. And I like that you do things unafraid. You go all the way. You look far and you do it well.
Mr. Segun is my friend and big brother from House on the Rock, London.
I am so happy to be associated with you. You know how the Bible says that there is this friend that sticks as close as a brother.
His energy is super contagious.
You are that friend that has stuck as close as a brother. Sometimes I'm bewildered that you're not my brother. For everything you do, thank you for going out of your way to be of a helping hand. Thank you for giving of yourself. Thank you for those times when we spent together, sharing ideas together, brainstorming on ideas and trying to do things together. Thank you for seeing the best in me. Thank you for wanting to support all my initiatives, all my ideas, all my businesses. Thank you for sticking your neck out.
If I were to use one word to describe Segun, it would be disruptor.
Segun is a connector. Thank you for connecting me to Thespian.
We describe him in one word as a connector.
I think Segun is a giver. I think he goes out of his way to make things happen for people.
He actively finds and connects people. Half of the people I met in House on the Rock, London, I met through Mr. Segun.
Segun is willing to help a close friend or even just any stranger.
Tenacious, yes, he never gives up.
Back. Thank you for sharing your contact with me lavishly. I'm one person that value contact. So when someone does that to me, I truly appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Segun.
Wow, 40. We thank God for your life and we are so thankful for who you are in our lives.
I've known Segun since we were in school at Bauchi, and I've always known him to be a very brilliant, hardworking, dedicated, devoted and reliable individual.
I've known Segun for over 2 decades. More than 24 years. He has been a friend and an ally. I remember back in the day in school, why Segun hardly liked to stay in school because he has always been a businessman. The school was a kind of boring for him, going for those lectures. But trust Segun, he comes back to school 2 weeks before the examination, and there were certain issues we were having with certain subjects, like all those engineering courses. He Segun through line, he cracks everything.
I'm really short of words. I really don't know what to say, but Segun, you've been a brother. As you all know, you call me Jeges. Anytime I hear that name, even if we haven't spoken in a while, the way we just catch up quickly, it's really amazing. Segun, you've been through thick and thin with me. We knew all the way back from university. You were my best man at my wedding. I know you're a goal-driven, you're a goal-getter. Anytime you put your mind that this is what I want to do, you will ensure that you finish that task to the end.
I can remember back in ATBU, one of the things I simply do respect about you is your resilience, your drive for innovation, your drive for excellence, your drive. You are a leader of men. Like I remember when you started this whole things thing and dragged me to the cyber cafe when we used to publish stuff that was happening around the world and within school on that board that we kept in. I've forgotten the name of that place. So interesting. And we're charging people for adverts. You're so entrepreneurial in your thinking.
I particularly remember one issue that we had in school. That was when we were executives of the Association of Electrical Electronics Engineering Students, and we were supposed to do a program. We're launching a departmental magazine, yes, and Segun was in charge of doing that. And we had the launch date coming, and we still could not deliver on the magazine. And I remember on the eve before the launch date proper. When I mean the launch date, I mean the ceremony where we're supposed to do the launching. You know, it was supposed to be a big ceremony. We've invited different guests. We've invited the school authorities, our dean, some executive from the school, some top engineers. You know, it was meant to be a big deal. And then the product that we're supposed to be launching, we just could not get it. And that evening, I can remember me, Segun, Ugo, and some other guys were just running, you know, from here and there. There were so many reasons why we couldn't get it, and it was like, for me, I was, you know, upset, worried, you know, got into it with Shegsy a bit, but all through, Segun was just calm, you know. Shegsy was just cool. He was just like, take it easy, no, you're overreacting. We're gonna sort out, like, tomorrow is the big day and we don't have it yet. But it was just cool, you know, trying to walk through possible solutions, trying to analyze alternative options in sorting the myriad of challenges that we're having to deal with. And to cut the long story short, we did come out with a product that we could present. We did solve most, like, a lot of the problems. It wasn't maybe as good as we originally planned, but we sorted it, had the launching and presented a product. So I do remember that particular, you know, incident, and it's something that I think I really have so much respect and admiration for Segun.
The rest of your years is the best of your years in the name of Jesus. That God will elevate you, things that you haven't been able to do before, that you begin to do them and do them excellently in Jesus' name. Segun, I love you so much. We don't talk so much, but when we do, oh my, it's always such a good time.
I pray that you have many more happy returns. I pray that you get more blessings, more divine favor. You record many more achievements. You continue to grow in strength of both health and to grow in strength of health in mind and body. And joy should never be far away from your home, and you would always be celebrated amongst your peers. These are my sincere prayers for you.
My only prayers is that you continue to excel, that you continue to have good health, and that the love you have for everyone around you continues.
As you're turning 40, I wish you many more prosperous years. I wish you your heart desires. I pray everything in which you've prayed for comes true. Segun, happy birthday to you. Wishing you a long life and many more years.
I'm praying that God grants you all your heart desires, and that this decade will be your best decade yet.
And may God continue to bless you and keep you in good health and satisfy you with long life.
We will enjoy more of God's blessing, more of God's peace, and more of God's mercies.
Pray that you're stronger than ever. I pray that your heart desires are granted.
I pray for strength and wisdom, because you're only just getting started. The journey is way ahead. It's a long journey. You've only just begun.
Segun's brimming with ideas, and I'm hoping that in this new season of life that all those ideas will come to life.
Mr. Segun turning 40. Congratulations, man, and happy birthday. You are wiser than my grandparents were in their 80s and still better looking than most people in their 20s. So I feel like you're doing all right. You got it good, man.
You know, the story that I'd like to share, and that is actually not from work, but comes from our personal life. So after we worked together for a while, you know, Segun and myself became friends. We invited him and Dora over to one of our parties, and then we repeated, and of course, you know, at the party they were absolute stars, and it was terrific having them, and drinks and everything else. And then we had another party, and we invited them over, and it was for my partner Charlotte's birthday. And we kind of sent out, our parties always have like a bit of a joking theme. And this party, one of the things that came up was that Charlotte had just found out about sort of pygmy goats. Don't know about, she just found out about pygmy goats. And so one of the party invites, we said, you know, here's a costume, here's what we're ready to bring, and you get a free pass if you can bring a pygmy goat. And the group icon was like a little pygmy goat. And Segun texted me up, like on a bilat, and said, hang on, do you really mean this about bringing the goat? Because I can get you a goat. And so I was like, what? I guess so. And so I said, yes, absolutely, of course. And then Segun, he got us a goat. He got us a goat. He'd been in Nigeria. He sent somebody to the market. To this day, we're not sure if it's a pygmy goat or not. There may be measurements, we don't know. But there's a goat. He sent somebody to the market, and he got a goat. And he had that goat. He had his chef basically carve up the goat, tie it up. Not tie it up, of course. He had the chef carve up the goat, cook it up so it's quite tender. Packed it into some Tupperware, snuck that thing into his luggage, brought it across borders, brought it here, and so we ended up with this house party where we made this joking thing about a pygmy goat. And all of a sudden we had real Nigerian pygmy goats. Well, we called it pygmy goats.
Working with you was a dream. You were like my younger, bigger brother. You always looked out for me, supported me, showed me things when I wasn't quite on the right path. And you also elevated me because of your standards that you kept.
Whether it was his first day at Stewart or in any meeting I would go with him to, I know he would bring out his pen and paper and make lots of notes, so it was always lots of fun and lots of learning. And I hope going into this next milestone he keeps that curious spirit and he keeps learning, keeps having fun, and I'm sure he will. Good luck for that.
Hey Segun, happy birthday, man. 40 years, quite the milestone. And yeah, I know we haven't seen each other for a while, so we definitely should get a dinner in the calendar at some point soon. So I'm not quite sure what you're up to, but whatever it is, I'm sure you're killing it, as you always are.
I'm super grateful our path crossed at work, but more in general in life. And I really can't wait to see what the next 10 years will bring you. I'm sure you will be doing wonderfully well.
I wish you all the best on your birthday. I hope you get spoiled. You definitely deserve it, and yeah, hopefully we get to see each other soon.
So yeah, wishing you and Dara all the best, and I look forward to seeing you soon. But yeah, happy birthday, man, hope you enjoy it.
Working with Mr. Segun is interesting. I think all of my friends will say the same thing too. Working with him, I've worked with Mr. Segun for up to like 4 or more than 4 or 5 years now. There are times where things get tough and we sort of lose motivation. It is not hard for Mr. Segun to stay focused on the vision and sort of motivating us and carrying us along.
I remember that I wasn't even part of this planned NYC team for project scaling. I just showed up at his office in Abuja one day, fresh from redeployment, and said, "Count on me." And he did, just like that. Working with Mr. Segun was like strapping into a roller coaster designed by someone who also built a track while we were riding it. We didn't exactly have the soft skill or the grit in the beginning, but it made sure we learned. Even though those first projects didn't end quite how we imagined, what we walked away with was priceless.
I'll never forget this years ago, fresh out of school, when I walked into your office, uninvited actually. No formal appointment, no big introduction, just me. Yeah. And instead of sending me away, so it was a very funny one, right? You welcomed me in, let me work alongside the team, and you treated me like I belonged from day one. Yeah. That moment really showed me the kind of leader you are. Someone who sees people first, apart from titles, where they come from, and the like. So yeah, that's one moment I would forever really share.
Working with you was truly uplifting. You encouraged me and taught me to be a critical thinker, and that has helped me significantly in my journey and has contributed to me being where I am today.
I remember back in the day during service year, I used to work with Mr. Shepherd as his executive assistant. There was this particular night we were working on a project, and I can't forget, it was around 11 p.m. He dropped me out at the junction of my house, and we're discussing plans for the next day. And I was tired, right? And this was 11 p.m. and I wanted to go home to sleep, and he was, so I told him that I want to go sleep, and he was like, okay, we'll continue our discussion when I get home. And I still remember that night, he was holding a paper and he hit me on my head that, see this young man, me that I'm this old, I'm still trying to work, and young, I can never forget that night.
You literally could see him chasing his dreams day and night when I worked for him at VMLearn in 2016. We weren't in doubt of the direction of the company, what the visions and the goals were, because he is a great leader and knew how to communicate what the goals of the business were. And so we were all able to jump on the train, go in the direction he wanted us to go. He wouldn't take no for an answer. He would push down doors to get what he wanted. And so if you want a poster child for entrepreneurship, Segun Araromi is definitely your guy.
I call him Shegzi, but most importantly, I call him brother. Growing up with Segun was very exciting. It went beyond just the fanfare, it transcended a lot. I'll start from some really very funny incidents that happened during our childhood. I remember once, growing up, Segun was the one who was more clingy to mommy. He would always be the first person to report everything that happens. Now, something happened. My mom then, when she goes to the market, she'd like to buy groceries and food stuff in bulk. One of those things she bought was pepper. And as usual, she would spread them under the sun for them to dry, and she would kind of put them in hot water when she wanted to use them. So on this fateful day, she had just gotten back from the market. They had cut the pepper and spread it on the tank, and she had specifically instructed us that nobody should go there. And we said, okay, Mom. Then we went outside to play. For some reasons, Segun had reasons of his own to go up the tank. Maybe to rearrange the pepper or to turn it over for it to get properly dried. I'm sure he alone knows the best reason he went there. When he got down, he suddenly realized he had to use the bathroom. And when he went to the bathroom, you all can imagine what happened. He screamed.
My darling Shegzi, my extraordinary brother-in-law. Shegzi, you're not just my brother-in-law, you're indeed a brother to me. I'm so grateful for your life. I'm so grateful for you, and thank you for your arms that are always wide open, filled with warmth, ready to receive, ready to love, ready to care, not just for me, for the kids as well. You're a sounding voice of wisdom to the children. You're always there for us.
You're such, a tireless lover, persistent goal-getter, selfless, and it's a privilege to call you brother. I can vividly remember times where, for me, you came around and gave me the opportunity to express my abilities. Literally, I've grown, sharing experiences with you and such wonderful moments.
You're now officially an elder. No escaping. Thank you so much for not just being my brother, but also being my friend and one of my best friends. It's a delight for want to find all of this in a sibling. Thank you for being that and for being an absolute sweet big brother.
I'm so glad we are all doing this for Segun's 40th. What a milestone. It's a blessing to celebrate not just the years but the life that's been lived in them. Segun, as a brother, you've always been compassionate, always been caring, always been resourceful. You have this rare gift. When you step into a situation, people breathe easier.
So loving, so caring. Even as a very little boy, you've been so caring. I can say Segun has always been very, very protective and possessive of people he cares for.
If helpfulness was a spiritual gift, Segun would have had enough to start a Bible school.
Segun, you're a passionate young man. You are passion for first class. I've seen that one in you, both me and your mommy, concerning your passion for the best. You never settle for the average. I remember an incident when you were in primary school, maybe primary 2. You were in second position, and then you came back home crying until your mommy had to be asking you what's the cause. You said, "Mommy, how is it that I, who is a child of God, should be in second position, and is an unbeliever who is not a Christian that is be on first position?" And your mommy just told you that, well, you need to work harder. And you told your mommy, you asked your mommy, is that the solution? He said, yeah. Pray, work and pray. It's not only pray alone, working. And since that time, you make up your minds, okay, if that is the case, I am going to be more wise and work harder. Since that time, you'll be maintaining first position.
In my life, at least twice in my life, Segun has gotten into the room when it mattered the most and when it matters the most. And I am forever eternally grateful to you for that.
I really want to thank you also for being there for me. Thank you for being a big brother, a big, sweet big brother to me. Thank you for always making sure Rejoice is fine, for always checking up on me, for always pushing me to achieve my goals, for the drive, the drive for excellence. Thank you so much. And I want to thank God particularly for your selflessness.
When Segun is someone I know that I can go to, right, and narrate things, just talk, and he will listen, he will tell you your own part, he will tell you what it is in the entire thing, give you very good advice, and I think I've been better for all of those. So thank you very much. Thank you for always looking out for our best. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. Thank you for your counsel. Thank you for being that person you can run to.
Segun can go all out for the people he loves.
I'm wishing you joy, good health, and many golden moments ahead. My prayer is that your path continues to shine brighter and brighter, and that you walk in God's wisdom, and that your days be filled with laughter.
This 40th years, may He bring you peace, abundant joy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Say happy birthday, Uncle. I love you. Mwah.
The best is yet to come.